A Wisconsin officer has been arrested for beating his 7-year-old daughter because she wouldn't take a nap. Today on Rational Lunatic Media. Before we get started, though, hit that like button, punch that subscribe button, kick that ding notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the content we're kicking. And say hello to Officer Dick Piggins here. So he's new to the show, but you know, I think he's gonna be a good fit. I am nervous as heck though. Not used to having a what's it called, a co-host. But so bear with me as I get used to doing this. Uh, I promise it will get better. But for now, I'm just gonna do the best I can and hope y'all still appreciate the stories. But yeah, if you're on TikTok and this video goes a little too long, jump over to YouTube where you can catch the full content there. Also in my YouTube, link to my YouTube, my Patreon, get my Not Safe for Life news. It's still about discussing cops, judges, officials doing real disgusting things. Not Safe for Life, $5 a month, Patreon. And with that being said, let's get into this screwed up story. Really screwed up story. All right. You ready for this, Officer Piggins? Ready as I'll ever be. All right. Well, let's get it. This report, it was done by People Magazine, read to you by yours truly, of course. Wisconsin police officer has been accused of beating and choking his daughter because she wouldn't take a nap. Frank Williams was arrested on charges of felony child abuse as well as strangulation and suffocation. A Wisconsin police officer was arrested last week after authorities accused him of beating and choking his daughter because she wouldn't take a nap, according to a criminal complaint reviewed by People. Are you kidding me? Because she wouldn't take a freaking nap? What's this world coming to? Hey, it's your kind of people, man. My kind of people. My kind of people. You got me messed up. These are not my people. I'm talking about cops. This is why y'all ain't liked very much. Frank Williams, age 30, has been charged with felony child abuse as well as strangulation and suffocation, according to the complaint. Someone needs to strangle and suffocate this piece of garbage. I agree with you. I agree. Williams, who is an officer with the Milwaukee Police Department, has been suspended and an internal investigation is ongoing, police said in a statement to People. It's unclear if Williams has entered a plea or retained an attorney to speak on his behalf. On January 17th, Williams' colleagues at the Milwaukee Police Department responded to a local hospital in response to a child abuse investigation. The 7-year-old girl, who sustained non-fatal injuries, alleged that her father, Williams, quote, whooped her with a belt earlier that day at their home and left her with bruises. The complaint stated a, ser- a sergeant who responded to the scene allegedly observed 7 or 8 bruises on the girl's thigh. I mean, I don't know. I came from I grew up in the 90s, but I grew up there I grew up in, they were still paddling you in school in some states. I mean, I got paddled because we moved into a different states from California to Tennessee to Arkansas. And in Tennessee and Arkansas, yeah, I got wooden paddles, taken like weekly, like seriously every week, for having a red card in my little card slot. If you had a red card during the week, which I had multiple because I talked a lot, uh, on Fridays they would paddle you. So I got paddled every week, and man, I used to run down the hall from these teachers. They'd be chasing me and then hold you down and paddle you anyway. Yeah, it was horrible. But my parents also beat me, spanked me with the belt. You know what I mean? So I kind of grew up with that mentality that spankings were okay, and during this whole, woke era, I guess I've learned that that's not really okay. Um, I've never spanked my son with a belt ever. I have used my hand like twice. He's way too old now to spank. He's 14, 15, yeah, 14. Sorry about that. But yeah, I've never used a belt on him, but I always thought I deserved it growing up. But that's just crazy. Like that's not even the worst though. Choking her, you know what I mean, and suffocation. God, that's just messed up. I don't know, messed up. In an interview the following day at the Racine Child Advocacy Center, the girl claimed Williams gave her a quote whooping all over her body on January 16th because she was supposed to nap but stayed awake, according to the complaint. The child further alleged that her father beat her on the bed with his belt, then wrapped his hands around her throat and, quote, choked her. God damn, this guy really needs to be shot. Just take him out back, put him out of all of our misery. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Screw it. I think, I think a lot of cops need to be shot though. You watch your goddamn mouth. Whatever. Where was I? Lost my spot. She claimed she was coughing because she quote couldn't breathe, and that this was not the first time he had allegedly choked her. She's 7 years old. According to the complaint, the 7-year-old said she was left with bruises on her arms and legs from being struck, and during the interview, rolled up her sleeve to show a long, linear bruise on her forearm. After the alleged beating, the girl claimed Williams also repeatedly struck her 4-year-old brother with a belt. Alright, 4 years old is just too young to be any kind of physical punishment of any kind. She reportedly heard her younger brother crying and saying that it hurt per the complaint. Williams was subsequently arrested and the charges were referred to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. If convicted on either of the two criminal offenses he has been charged with, Williams faces up to 6 years in prison and a fine totaling $10,000. Quote, the Milwaukee Police Department holds all members to the highest degree of integrity, and if any member violates the code of conduct, they will be held accountable. Police said in a statement, he is fully suspended and internal investigation is pending. If you suspect child abuse, call the Child Help Nation Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4A-CHILD or 1-800-422-4453 or go to www.childhelp.org. All calls are toll-free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. That's good. That's just messed up, guys. I don't know, man. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say other than hopefully he gets what's coming to him, and if he ends up going to prison, he will definitely get it because you don't get to do things like that and survive in prison for the most part. So he's pretty much screwed as soon as he hits that yard. You know what I'm saying? He better PC up and hope it's they actually have PC yards and don't just put him in some other like population where they can still get to him. He better what's it called? He better wiggle like what's his name from that '70s show? I forget his name. That's real weird. I know his name too. Anyway, yeah, he better wiggle somehow to get himself in like an old folks prison or something so they can't touch him. Otherwise, he's gonna get a lot worse than a belt and choked out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you got anything to add there, Skippy? I'm older than you. You watch your mouth. But no, guy definitely needs to, like I said before, be taken out in the back and just shot, put out of all our misery. I think that's about it. All right, well, cool. All right, y'all. Like I said, bear with me. I'm nervous as hell right now. But if you made it to the end with us. Thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. Um, yeah, man, it's summertime. The sun's out. Get out there, get some sun, have some fun, and as we always say, stay well, stay free. And until the next time, y'all. Next time. That sounded weird for some reason. Stay wild.